So I wanted to share and show a little bit of Notebox. This is Notebox. Pay no attention to my notes, but it is a place for me to keep private thoughts, or just keep my thoughts and work on them. Remember, here I have topics, and each one of these I can drill into, and then if I pick on one that I actually have put things on for today, so I know, like Notebox I'm working on, so I have a lot of thoughts on Notebox. And you can see it has integrated images, hyperlinks, and that's just the beginning of what it will be able to do. Checkboxes, and this is actually link, a checkbox, and some text. And if I hit edit, we'll see an error because I haven't implemented that yet for topics. But if I go here, I can work on this, and then let's get another bug I'm working on. But I actually, for me personally, I have a bin console in here, so that's kind of, nice. But I can put any type of interface in, and then you can save the changes, which will actually do the save. I'm going to have diffs, so you'll be able to see all the changes to a particular note. And then the notes themselves have hyperlinks. There's a bug there in generating that. But I can go here, and I think it actually would even support text to get the text version of the note. I have images, so images get put in here. One of the cool things is how this works. So if I take a picture, and then the way I'm creating notes right now for my personal way I've been doing it for a few years is I have an N and then new, and then say doing the screencast, check out this shots. And so what I can do is just close it off correctly, and then I have this thing that allows me to paste images in. It kind of screws up the rendering right now, but if I go back over here, you can see now there's been an image added, and if I look at my notes, I can see that, doing the screencast, doing the screenshot, going here, and I can actually edit it in the website, and that has, I can put in random screenshot and save that. And now when I hover over it, it should tell me. I guess that's not the way that those work, but if I go back and edit, I'll see that. Gotta fix that, but that updated and saved. And I can actually go back to the command line and look at the last and see that it's got my updates. And so that's that. It actually has a lot more features that I'm building. So attachments will be like file attachments, and they'll be interesting. Okay, so I can't go back yet in attachments. There's bookmarks, which will be just kind of standard bookmark stuff. But what's cool is since they'll have URLs, that you'll be able to link them just like I can link my images, and they'll actually be rendered like in a smart way. And that's kind of like what Notebox is about, is like these smart notes, because notes themselves can have front matter, and so I can put in 3 dashes and then 3 dashes and then say something like title, cool notes, cool example note, and then save that. And it looks like we've discovered another bug, but what would happen here, and I don't know if it's, so it saved it. So you can see it did get the update, and I forgot over here to show we have it in both places. And then if we take a look at this, you don't see anything, because what it did, sniff those out. And one thing I want to do is have it switch, like title would be smart for it to say, okay, change this and render this title, and then perhaps even let me link to it that way. But I like this as the permalink. This gives me an ID for this note, which can be anything. It's really just kind of like that note in time. And I can put anything I want in there, capture my thoughts in text, I capture it in embedded media, and I can have attachments, bookmarks. I want to integrate a radio, because this is kind of like more of a life app. It's not just about the data. It's really about kind of doing what you want to do. Have search across everything, so I can search, and then once that's implemented and not buggy, should return back, all my relevant things. Yeah, topics are kind of cool. I would do topics. I just say new note, and then I can say notebox, and then this is a topic note. Notebox. Example. And then if I go over here, I can just go down to Notebox and say Notebox and say this is a topic note example for Notebox. And broken again, like I said. So I might have showed some of that before. A wiki, which actually picked up all my wiki I've been using for years. It doesn't look like it's rendering that well, but it's working for now. It's not really the main thing I'm working on, but have it here, and then to be able to like link to it from about the app, and embed that into my kind of ongoing notes. Images show up here. I can go back and look at images from previous days. So as I go through things and capture things, and I'll add a light box so I can zoom in on these. And then videos, biz dev, I want to do customer development modules. They just give me some stuff for kind of building my company and going about like structuring it. So that's really like the impetus to work on this, was to have better tabs on the information going in and out of the company, because I don't have the time to I have to be turning thoughts into actionable items, and then I guess I have to follow through with those and do stuff. But that's that. And then over here, I just want to integrate for myself backups, do some basic profile stuff, and then sign out. Pretty simple stuff, and this actually runs locally. Right now I don't have the server up, but it can run locally on Notebox Local for me. And then it's optimized for Nginx for image uploads and downloads and stuff, and media serving. But it's definitely packaged right now. It's a web piece of software that I'm running locally. It'd be cool to kind of wrap it up in an app, and then just have this interface be kind of like loaded in there. Kind of maybe do an embedded Nginx and just kind of have it work in an app way. I think that could be pretty cool, because I'll just run a service and then basically have an iframe that you're working with, and just embeds Chrome or something like that. WebKit rather. I think that would actually be really cool for building this app, because I can sit out of the tab and I can get closer to like approaching desktop development, but have this thing in and say, oh, here you go, and you can use it and do your notes with it, and it's actually rather than just me having it in my browser locally, a number of people could actually be running it. So I'll look into doing it with embedded Nginx, just kind of coming up with a place to store the data for you. So you have your Notebox home, and then you download the app, and then this is what you see, and then you can use it, upload it, search it. I'll have to look for embedded search. I probably could embed Elasticsearch or something, but I have to look into it, because running all these services, this is like web-hosted software, and I mean, it's up to the user if they want to do it. But I think that this could be pretty cool, and and to sign it and share it could be fun. I think I could also just kind of put it in the public domain, let someone else do something with it. But I think to me it's just kind of like what it is, and I wouldn't mind open sourcing it and then letting other people kind of take the ball and run with it, run it locally if they want. Meanwhile, I kind of keep building on it and sharing my different pieces. Hopefully not run into any problems with licensing. Anyway, that's it.